Okay, we are going to start the recording, and we're going to start on time because it's Valentine's Day and it's Tuesday, and you guys who are here on time get the full thing. Whole kit and caboodle. We are on our second week of February. Every Tuesday night we get on here and do a little bit of training and any kind of questions you have. And we are talking about this month, we're talking about VIP customer groups on Facebook. And excuse me, we're also talking about Hostess of the Month clubs. Sorry, lost my train of thought. It's late. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat box because I haven't seen anything in the chat box yet. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Miss Christy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so everybody having a good day? Let's start off with something that we're celebrating. And who's celebrating something? I don't normally celebrate Valentine's Day, so I'm celebrating that I'm here. I don't do Valentine's Day. What are you celebrating? Are you celebrating Valentine's Day? Are you celebrating an anniversary, a birthday? Are you celebrating something new with your business? I am celebrating, I booked 1 home party, 3 Facebook parties, and got 1 large order today from my booking blitz. So that was super exciting. That's what I'm celebrating. Christy's celebrating her son's in bed. Well, praise God. And you're here, so that's exciting. I'm glad you're here. What else are you guys celebrating? Celebrate. I know you guys are celebrating something. You're celebrating you're here with us. Yay, Christy's 1 girl away from her first or her Hostess of the Month club. Yes, Christine had 2 new team members join. So that is definitely something to celebrate. Okay, you guys can keep on posting. We're going to move right into this tonight. This is going to be probably a little bit shorter. I said that last week, and then I get long-winded, but I really have these notes. Like, that's as far as my notes go. So, last week we talked about customer groups. So if you haven't watched the recording, I would definitely recommend doing that because it was talking more about how to get it set up. It was talking about kind of the ins and outs of what to put in your banner, in your description, and all that good stuff. Tonight I want to take it just a little bit further, not into a lot of detail, but we're going to just kind of cover the basics, I guess is what you could say. So basically, the first thing I want to talk about as far as when you have a VIP customer group. So you've got it set up, you've got your banner set up, you've got your description, you've started inviting people, and I don't think Kimberly or Kim Grissom is on tonight, but she had messaged me, and I just wanted to share with you her message. Shout out to Kim. But she had added a bunch of people to her VIP group, and not everyone was accepting their invitation. And let's see, let me see. I gotta find it. She said, it works, by the way, it works so much better asking to add people to my group. They're actually accepting the request versus me just adding them and them not seeing it. So she was kind of making the point, like we talked about last week, we really need to be sending a message to them and saying, hey, I've just started this new 31 business, or hey, I have a special place for all of my VIP customers and hostesses. Can I add you? And so she was saying how it really works, and it does. Like, if you take the time to really ask people to be a part of your group, I promise you they're going to say yes, and they're going to be thrilled that you asked them versus just just get added. Like tonight, I was added to a craft group. It has nothing to do with direct sales, but somebody thought we could use it. Super nice. They messaged me afterwards after they added me, but I really wish they would have added me first because I'm bombarded with groups. So I'm picky on what groups I want to be a part of. And I'm sure that your friends and family feel the exact same way. If you take the time to ask first, they're more apt to join. So for instance, I have people who place an order for me. I'm going to ask them before I actually add them. Make sense? So once you start building your group and you start having all of the friends and family and customers be a part of your VIP group, the next thing that you really want to focus on is, guys, being consistent. Now, I know that everybody has a different schedule. Nobody's schedule is exactly the same. So this is where you have to pick and choose. Okay, when am I going to post? How often am I going to post? And we'll talk about that later on, probably next week, about how often to post. But when am I going to post? And how can I make it consistent? So you may not want to post every day, okay? You may not want to post every other day or whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you, but you have to be consistent. You have to show up. The reason I say this is because when you're consistent, this shows that, number one, you're not a quitter. Number two, it shows that you're disciplined. And number three, it shows that you're a hard worker and you're sticking to this 31 business that you signed up for. So showing up and being consistent on when you post is super, super important because people will pay attention. Now, I try to post at least once a day. But sometimes, especially during the weekends, I tend to forget. I'm really okay with posting on Saturday, but there's something about Sunday that I just kind of fall off and I forget. And that's where I've started using a outside post, what's it called? Cinch share. There's other ways to do your pre-post and schedule them, and they're paid services. I think all of them are paid services. But anyways, I use Share to post my post on Sunday so that I show up and I don't have to worry about it. But if that's not in your budget, then decide, okay, I'm going to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? And I'm going to post at what time? Okay, and then you show up and you're consistent. For me, I tend to post things in the morning in my VIP group, and then sometimes I post in the evening. Now, I have been kind of testing my group lately to see when I get the most likes and when I get the most participation. I will be honest, when I post late into the evening, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I get a lot of participation in my VIP customer group because they're all at home and they're not at work. I also get a lot of reaction, usually mid-afternoon. The kids are getting out of school. People have maybe about an hour left of work, and they're kind of searching on Facebook because they're waiting for that last hour to turn to 5 so that they can go home. So that is usually my best time. So I would encourage you that if you have a group and you've started posting, kind of test the waters. See when people will actually comment and like. Now, if nobody's commenting and nobody's liking anything, it may just be that you're just posting at a time that nobody's on Facebook and they're missing your post, okay? So I would try a different time. So if mornings aren't working and no one's paying attention, maybe try late afternoon. If that's not working, try in the evening. If the only time you have available to post is like 2 or 3 in the morning, guys, you might want to get a scheduler because no one's going to be on Facebook at that time, and it's going to be a waste of time for you to be posting then. You could go ahead and preset your post, but actually posting 2, 3 in the morning, sometimes I see people post at midnight. Guys, our customers are not paying attention at midnight, and they shouldn't have to be paying attention to our VIP groups at midnight, honestly. So I would just encourage you to really think about when you want to post and just decide, okay, I'm going to be consistent with this, and here is when I'm going to do it. The main thing is that as we're posting, we don't necessarily always want it to be just about 31 and be about a sales post, right? You really have to put yourself in your customer's shoes, okay? So there's some things like games that we can do. There was a statistic shared today on my senior director group, I think, by one of the senior directors in our company. And she was talking about that she's been doing some things, not necessarily on Facebook, but she was doing some things at her parties. And she said it really takes about 6 months for you to really see if it's making a difference or not. Now, I know I share with you guys all the time to try and do something for at least 3-4 weeks, maybe more, depending on what you're trying to do. But the reality is when it comes to a customer group or something like that, we really have to try it for several months, up to 6 months, to see if it's working. So let me just say this again. If you're not seeing any kind of response in your customer group, it just may be that you need to tweak the time that you're posting, okay? So I would first try that. Secondly, we've got to mix up our post and be consistent with it. We can't always just post bundle pictures, right? We can't always just post the customer special video. We can't always post all the salesy pitched pictures, right? Because is that really going to get people's attention? Maybe sometimes, but it's not really going to get them to book a party. So I have a couple tips in regards to kind of what to post and kind of give you some food for thought as you're thinking about your Facebook group. So I want you to think about, I heard this analogy from one of the ladies who is leading the Facebook 101, the Facebook 101 party group that's part of 31. And I shared that information last week, and the link is in the pinned post on our Facebook group. But she was talking about, I want you to think about a catalog, okay? When you get a catalog in the mail, I'm sure you guys probably still get catalogs in the mail, or even just the 31 catalog. And then I want you to think about a magazine. So think about a magazine that you love to read. You know, for me, I don't really pick up a lot of magazines anymore, but I can think back on some magazines that I used to like to read. In Style was one of them. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I'll pick up like a Good Housekeeping, or I'm trying to think. Some of the fashion ones, what is a Self is a magazine I used to pick up when I was younger. Gosh, there's a lot of them out there, but think of a magazine that you will pick up, right? Okay. Then think of a catalog. So for me, I love getting things like the IKEA catalog or the Pottery Barn catalog, or used to be when I was younger, the JCPenney's catalog or the Sears catalog. Used to get Montgomery Ward's catalog. So we got all these catalogs, right? So you've got a catalog and you've got a magazine. Now, when you think about your customer group, do you want your customer group to be more like the catalog, or do you want it to be more like a magazine? Here's the difference, right? So the catalog, you have item by item by item by item by item, right? And you can sift through it, and you can sift through it, and you can sift through it, and you can see all the different items you can shop. A magazine is pretty pictures. It's ideas on how to use products. It inspires you. It maybe encourages you. It maybe empowers you. It makes you feel good inside. Ooh, I want to try that recipe or that decoration idea. Ooh, I want to get this, or ooh, I want to get that. There's a difference, right? It's not as detailed. It's going to lead you to the pictures of where they came from. So if you're in a magazine, and for instance, you're looking at a beautiful picture of makeup, and a person had her makeup all dolled up and her hair fixed, and you want to know, where did she get that eyeshadow? Where did she get that lipstick? Then you're going to read the details, but you're going to actually have to go to somebody's catalog or to somebody's website to find out more, right? So that's what we want our customer groups to be like. We want our customer groups to lead them to our website, to lead them to our full-size catalog, to look at those products. We want to lead them that way. We don't want to share every single product, every single pattern, every single item number, every single price with our customers and our customer group. Because guys, then what's the point of a catalog, and what's the point of our website? We want to encourage them. We want to inspire them. We want to help them with organizational problems that they're having. We want to help them find products for them or for a gift, those type of things. And so by the pictures and the graphics that we share, we really have to be intentional, be consistent, and think about, okay, I'm not going to share bundles this week. I'm going to share things that may inspire people to go to my website and shop. So I want to give you for example. So one of the ladies, I had one lady purchase from me today. She's brand new to my VIP customer group, and I really haven't gotten to know her yet. She's from my hometown. She married someone. I don't really know her, but she asked to be a part of my group. Now, some of the posts, she also likes my business person page. So she's liked me both places, but she purchased today items that I have been sharing, not in a bundle picture, okay? Not in anything that says I come in all these different color options and this, this is my price. That's not what I shared. So I'm going to share with you, if I can find it, a picture I posted when we were traveling on Saturday. Now this I posted in my customer group, but I also posted on my business person page. So let me find it. Okay, so this is the picture. I was in the car, my husband was driving, I literally took a picture of my new cafe crossbody and my new All About Benjamin wallet, and I just added my road trip partners today, put some hearts. Emojis are huge, that catches people's attention. Then I use my hashtags that I normally use. Now, I also shared this in my customer group, and I shared it on a party. I've sold it at a party now, and I've sold it at on my VIP customer group. She wanted to participate, part of my Galentine thing that I was doing today, and she ordered this exactly. Now, she didn't order the embroidery, but she ordered the exact patterns you see in this picture. This was not a bundle picture. This had no pricing. It didn't even have the names of the products, but she figured it out and she ordered it. And I told her it was my new favorite. She's like, I know, because I saw your picture. So this is why I'm sharing with you, when you're in your customer group, think of products that you're using, guys. They want to see real life products. They want to see things that we're using. Now, if I posted this picture with a bundle with a price, I guarantee you she probably wouldn't have purchased it, because it's not real life. It doesn't let them see it in person. It doesn't relate to them. So that's where we have to kind of go, okay, I'm going to rethink my customer group now. And this is a lesson I've had to learn too. So it's not just you guys doing it, it's me too. Okay, let's think about this. Yes, I can post bundle pictures all day, but do I ever get a response from it? Like, let me evaluate myself and my customer group. No, I never get likes. I never get any comments. I never get, oh, I like this one. I want to order this one. I never get any of that, ever. So what's the point of posting a bundle picture in my customer group if I'm not getting any response, right? But I can post a picture of the new cafe crossbody with the All About Benjamin wallet, and I'll get responses all day long, because it's attractive, it's exciting, and they want to see it and they want it because they know that that's what I'm carrying. So when we think about our customer group, we want the posts to be awesome. When we're going to post about 31, we want them to be awesome. We want them to be original and unique and different, right? Now, I'm not saying some of the graphic pictures that home office has given us that are the catalog photos, those are beautiful. Use them and ask questions. Use them. But I'm thinking, I'm sharing more with you guys about those pictures that have the prices and comes in all these different colored options and all that kind of stuff. That's more like catalog topic, right? So you want to be more like magazine topic, right? We want to be magazine topic to lead them to want to have a party with us, or lead them to want to place an order with us, or refer a friend to us, etc. So the main thing with the consistency also is to realize, guys, I don't always post about 31 in my customer group, and I really try to mix it up. I sometimes do a game. I had the Galentine game today, and I had no one guess the $100 prize I was giving away. So I've decided to do something else next week and try giving it away again. I'm not going to just randomly wait till somebody guesses it. I'm going to do something fun with it again. So I wasn't out anything for running my special today. So then next week, there's something fun for them to try and get again. I also love crock pot recipes. That's just something I like. If you like, reading books, or you like scrapbooking, or you like, trying to think if you have a sport you like share that stuff in your customer group, because that makes you relatable to them. Okay. The other thing I want to share along with this is one thing I do. It's not about me. It's not about you. The customer groups are not about us. We're the consultant, yes. We are the person who leads the group, who monitors the group, who shares in the group. But the reality is this group is not about us. We're providing a service for the people that are a part of the group. And so as much as I can say, yay, I made the blah, blah group, or yay, I earned a leadership incentive trip, or yay, I did this, it always winds up back with a thank you. Guys, I couldn't have done this without you. And because of your support, here's what I've earned, and here's what I've decided to do for fun today because of you guys and all of your support. It always goes back to thanking them. People like to feel appreciated. People like to know that you notice them and that you appreciate their business, no matter how, or even their support, no matter how big or small. I have some people that are part of my customer group who have never placed an order with me, but they're always cheering me on. And so I want to thank them for that. So the same thing goes for you guys, is we want to thank them when you're posting. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do that all the time, but we definitely want to make a point to do that sprinkle that in. One thing I will say too is, sometimes life happens, and sometimes we have a family member get sick, or we have something crazy go on at our other job. We have a child get sick. I'm trying to think, there's things that happen, guys. And if you can just be honest and share with your customer group, hey guys, I have to take a week off because I've got some personal stuff going on, and stick with me. I'll be back in a week, but I just want to let you know that I am going to be taking this week off, and so that you can look forward to hearing from me again next week. If you're honest and upfront with them, they will appreciate that, and then you can come back and start being consistent again in a week. So I don't want you to ever feel like, oh my gosh, you have to do this all the time. Like, life happens. When I am on family vacation or leadership incentive trip, there's been times where I've had personal issues come up. I'm just honest with my VIP group and tell them, guys, there's stuff going on, so I'm going to be gone for the next couple of days. Here's how you can shop using my website if you're needing to get something, but other than that, I'll be back and I'll answer all of your questions then. And people really appreciate that. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to just share with them what's going on. Don't have to go into details about it, but people will be supportive and appreciate that. And that's just showing up and being consistent and saying, hey, life happens. We all get it. Life happens. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys in regards to posts and things, and like I said, I'm going to share more of like exact posts next week, but I wanted to kind of just give you a more broader idea for all of this tonight, is when we are wanting a yes answer, okay? So today, I wanted yes answers. I wanted them to either place an order, book a home party, or book a Facebook party with me. I wanted a yes. So in order to get the yes, I have to get them to want to say yes beforehand. Does that make sense? So for instance, if you've noticed what I did with the Galentine party, is I posted the graphic of all the Galentine gifts and how they could win $100, but they had to comment me or yes, I want to know more. So I got them to say yes the first time, and then when I messaged them, they had a more likely, or I had a better chance of getting them to say yes the second time, because they've already said yes once. If you go into it and say, well, nobody's going to say yes, everybody's going to say no, well, then of course they're all going to say no. But if you get them to say yes, oh yeah, I want to find out more, then you message them. Some people just gave me a thumbs up. It's fine. Not every single person said, yeah, I want to book a party. But I took a chance and I reached out to them, and I put that little sprinkle and that idea in there about March and how fabulous it is to host in March. Tomorrow, even though my contest is over, I'm still going to follow up with them. But I got the yes the first time, so I am hoping to get a yes the second time. So that is a couple of things as far as your Facebook customer group. The main thing I can say, guys, is just be yourself. There's days where I've forgotten to post, and I'll go in late at night. I really try to make original posts. I don't pay attention to a lot of the graphics that are being shared out there. I have, like I said, the bundles pictures I've been posting for years now, and I'm not getting any results. So I just made a decision this month that after this month, I'm not posting them anymore because nobody pays attention. But I am trying to be really unique and creative with my products and just snap a shot of something that I'm carrying and what I'm using. I'm going to try and get some pictures from my VIPs. That's my hope in the next week or so, is to have some kind of fun contest and have them show me how they're using our 31 products in their home. The more pictures I can get from them, the more that I can use that with others at parties and things like that. That is kind of like an overview of that tonight. The thing I guess I want to make sure you all understand is, number one, being consistent. Decide how consistent you're going to be. Don't feel like you have to be every single day. You don't. Don't feel like you have to be morning, noon, and night. You don't. Don't be posting in your group like 24/7 because that's going to annoy your customers too. But you want to be consistent. And are you going to show up after work? Are you going to show up in the evening? Are you going to show up first thing in the morning? And try it for a couple of weeks. If you're not getting any responses, then maybe tweak your timing of when you are going to be online and post again. Get interactive questions. So sometimes we do games. Sometimes I'll be like, hey guys, I am looking for a cleaner. Anybody got an idea? Like, I'm going to try to build that community with one another. I love to ask them opinions and questions of things that I'm personally embroidering or personalizing. If I have a hostess who rocked her party, I'm going to shout her name off to the rooftop. If someone has referred somebody to me, I am kudoing them and thanking them in my Facebook customer group. If someone had got a really cute product, I'll be like, oh my gosh, check out what Brandy just got. It's super cute, and I can't wait to see it being used in her home. So I'm thinking about other things and other ways that I can post, and it's not just generic. So you guys have questions about any of that? No questions, everybody's quiet. Okay, if I see any pop up, I will answer them. Maybe you guys are typing. It's 9:30, so the last thing I want to cover, so next week I'm going to be posting more topics and timing and that kind of stuff. You'll get more details from me about customer groups. There's a couple things. One thing I wanted to share with you tonight that happened to my social media trainer. And it's super important that I share it with you. So hold on. So I haven't seen this happen with 31, but I think this was happening with 31 several months ago when people were getting thrown in Facebook jail. So I thought I would just share with you guys just in case. So it says, this post is public, so share. So this is in regards to what happened with Cincy today, but this could also very likely happen with 31 at any point. So it says, Cincy has been flagged in the past for the same picture being posted at once by Cincy consultants, and Facebook sees this as spam. So what happened today was this. They all copied and pasted an image, probably the Cincy's Valentine's Day picture or the sales kit, and they posted it instead of sharing it. So once the numbers reach a level that Facebook sees as spammy, anyone who's posting to groups associated with that picture get marked as spam. And so basically what she is sharing with us is the fact that share pictures, don't copy and then paste it, okay? So same goes with 31. If you see 31 post something on their 31 page, you want to share it. You don't want to copy and paste it because it could be more likely marked as spam through Facebook, okay? It has nothing to do with 31. So she shares, this is why original content is so important. So either using PicMonkey or Canva. It is great that 31 has created pictures and has said that we can all use them, but when they are duplicated at the same time by thousands of people, Facebook says, sorry, overload, and these people are all spamming. Even if you didn't use it, if you're in a group of someone that did and then you post it, you're going to be flagged as well, which could potentially lead you to Facebook jail. So you don't have to post the picture directly, but if you posted elsewhere and were associated with any picture that was used in that way, the flag numbers go up. So now because VIP groups are becoming a wider use thing, they know that we're all using the same pictures. So that's exactly what happened today with them. And so I just want to make sure everybody is aware with our team and anybody who watches this on YouTube that don't copy and paste the same picture. Create your own graphic or tweak the graphic with your own little initials in the corner and then post it, but it'd be more it would be safer to just share it from like a public page if you're sharing it from like the 31 page or something. So that came up today as well. Okay. Yeah, it's super easy, right? Yes, and there are trainings on PicMonkey on our Facebook team groups too. So that is out there. So yeah, you can post in Pinterest. Pinterest is so much different. And I have training on Pinterest. I don't have training. I need to do training for you guys on Pinterest, but I haven't cleaned up my boards. That's one goal of mine this year. But yeah, you can post on Pinterest all day long, as far as I know. So you just don't want posting on Pinterest and then have it linking to somebody else's website. Makes sense? So, yep. Good questions, guys. Okay, just a little bit about Hostess of the Month Club. Yes, you can. You can link to your site. Good question. Hostess of the Month Club. I'm going to also touch more on this next week because I didn't get my notes figured up, but I just thought I would share with you some tips that have worked for me. I have one Hostess of the Month Club going right now. I am accepting orders through the 20th, so we're accepting them through Monday. I created, well, first of all, to get it filled, what really worked for me, I got all 6, Christy. What worked for me in getting them filled is, number one, I made a video and posted it to my hostess group. And then I repeatedly shared how many members I needed left to fill. So I'd be like, I need 5 members, or I have 3, I need 3 more. I have 2 left, I have 1 left, and then it was filled. So I last year ran 2, and I just decided I wanted to do 1. And my 6 are solid customers of mine, so I was very excited about that. Last year that was kind of wishy-washy. So I posted a video, and then I would post a graphic, and then I would post a video, and then I posted a graphic, and then I posted the mailing I was mailing to everybody, and then I posted a graphic. And anybody that liked it, or if it commented, I was reaching out to them. Hey girl, I thought of you. Now, if it's somebody who consistently purchases something from me, I reached out to a couple, and just said, hey, I know that you buy from me all the time. I don't know if you are interested, but here's the deal, and wanted to see if you would like to be a part of my VIP group. I did that last year to fill up my second club. I had 2 ladies who spend too much money with me every year, every couple of months. And so I just reached out to them and said, hey, I don't know if you've thought about this, but give it some thought. I would love for you to be a part of it. And if you can't order 1 month, have a friend of yours order. It's super simple and easy. I know you don't want to host a home party ever, but this is a way for you to at least earn hostess rewards 1 month out of the 6 and stock up on some of your new favorites from the spring and summer catalog. Talk about the perks. So they get to know the specials before anybody else. So as soon as we know specials, I share with them. They get a little happy mail from me every single month. And so I just try and remind them of the perks and how simple and easy it is. So those would be my biggest tips, is to not stop talking about it until you get it filled. Now, I have ran it with 5 and then just had random orders come in each month, and then that takes care of the 6th. So there's that option as well. But that's up to you. So you can definitely start at Christy with 5 and then say, my 5 are having so much fun. We have 1 spot still open. Anybody want to fill it? And, share the excitement that way too. So there isn't a secret like wording or something. I think the video this time really helped people want to sign up right away. I'm sorry, I'm reading notes, video ladies. Christine was only able to get 1 January through April. She wants to start another, but a 6 month. Yeah, so I'm doing a 6 month. That's usually the time I do mine. So it does take some work. And I'll just be honest, guys, like, I didn't try a Hostess of the Month Club until year 6 of my business. So I tried it at, I think, year 4 or 3, and it didn't work. So I just was like, it doesn't work. I'm not trying it. And then last year I was like, oh, heck, I'm just going to try this again. I tried it and it worked like a charm. So don't give up if it's not working yet, because it just may not be the right season right now. The biggest thing though is, so for instance, my Galentine contest I ran today, I had 3 of my hostess, well, I know I had 4. No, I had 3. 3 of my Hostess of the Month Club ladies say they wanted to know about the Galentine party. So I didn't encourage them to book a party because they're guaranteed a party in the next 6 months. I didn't encourage them to place an order because they're already going to be placing an order with me. So as a perk for them, I just let them choose one spot on my board. None of them chose the prize, so but they get extra perks. I was like, I didn't make them have to do any work, but just like, hey, you're already a part of my Hostess of the Month club, and because of that, you get to pick one on your own. So they didn't even get the verbiage that I gave everybody else, and so that was pretty simple. Making them feel extra special is the most important thing. So, and the thing is, I think this time around is 2 of the ladies are from my last, no, 3 of the ladies are from my last round. And they had so much fun. They posted to my group, hey, I had so much fun. I definitely want to be a part of this again. And so people were like, wait a second, what is this thing? And so that's where I decided to make just a quick video sharing it with them. I don't think you're too new, Christine. I mean, it's going to depend on your customer base is really what it is. No one's too new. I was probably too chicken to try it when I was starting out. If you've got a consistent customer base that's buying from you month after month, then definitely give it a shot. That's up to you. So I don't think anybody is too new, but you've got to have people who want to buy from you every single month. And I have got those ladies who've been buying from me for 7 years. And so these are the women, all but one are brand new customers. Like one is a brand new customer this past year. The rest have been with me 5, 6, 7 years. So absolutely, Christy. And that is another reason to try it, is explain to them. They don't have to have their own party, but they can get free stuff. Absolutely. And that's one thing that I share with mine. Now, for instance, today, I finally got around to messaging my hostess of the month, and we're a little behind. Anyways, I like to do things last minute, and that's how sales tend to pour in at the last minute. And so I messaged her today and said, hey, do you want to set up a Facebook party? Because I knew a home party was out of the question for her. She said, absolutely, set me one up so I can get some extra sales from my friends and family. So we're doing that, and that works perfectly well. So don't give up. And if it doesn't work this time, guys, that just may not be the right season, and you try it again. Sometimes spring works better. For me, I like to do spring and summer because that's when things are not necessarily a little slower, but kind of. Fall is usually booked with holiday stuff. And so I feel like the spring and summer is the best when I would like to do it. And last year, I didn't start mine till, did I start in February? Or I may have started in March. And then the second one, I didn't start till April. So just an FYI. Okay. Any other questions? Questions. Do your customers prefer do your customers prefer one catalog, Hostess of the Month, or 2 like seasons? They don't know the difference. Well, the ladies that are doing it this time, they only did 1. No, August was when it started. Let me think. No, the first group only did 1 catalog season. So they don't know the difference. I kind of like, it depends. That's gonna depend. I mean, you could do it like April through what, September or something? May, June, July, August. No, October. And that would cover 2 catalogs. But that's up to you. I don't see a big difference. I mean, my ladies love everything in every catalog. So, and now that we have new stuff coming out in March, and then we're going to have a summer shopping guide, I'm sure, at some point. And so they love just the newness that's happening all the time. I haven't even, in fact, I need to go on to my Hostess of the Month club and share with them the wooden trays are coming and that the softball personalization is coming, because those are things that they should find out right away. Just like as soon as I find out as a consultant, they should find out, because that's a perk of being in that club. And that's how I know, by sharing that kind of stuff, the next time I want to build this, they know they get it before even my VIP group does. Because my VIP group, I will not share about the wooden trays or the softball icon until probably the end of next week. I'm very picky. I want to make sure my front month, the month I'm currently in, finishes strong before I try and tease too much with March. Now today I teased with the March hostess, and I'll probably tease again next week with the March hostess. Got to figure that how I'm going to do that. Christine, yep, just have to be in the 1K, 2K, or 4K group the next round, and you'll be a part of the test group. Yep. Good answer, Christy. Good answer. The trays, though, are not a part of a test group. The trays are permanent. We tested them last time. So, no need to worry about them. They're permanent. Same with the softball icon and the stethoscope and the apple. Once we start in March with those, they're good. Any other questions, guys? So glad you guys got on. Hey, Kelsey and Nikki and Michelle. I already said hi to Christine and Christy. Heather was on earlier. I can't remember who else we had on. Thanks for joining tonight. Christine, we can definitely chat about that. You will need to DIQ by the end of this month in order to qualify for the cruise. So anybody working towards the cruise, you need to have at least 4 ladies on your team that have reached their $1,000, and you need to reach your 1,000 by the end of this month to do a DIQ. Does that make sense? So, yes. You've got 3, right? You're close. This month I just wish was a little bit longer. So, but I tell people too, guys, here's the deal. Sometimes the cruise doesn't happen. And you know what? That doesn't mean you still can't work towards directorship, which gives you a $1,000 bonus. And like I was sharing with another team member today, that $1,000 bonus can take you on your own cruise, or that $1,000 bonus can do a heck of a lot for you and your family. So, and that's available at any time. That's not just this month. So don't fret too much. And there will always be something else. Now, last summer, we had Dream Rewards kind of go through. So you never know what home office is going to throw at us again. And there will always be another trip next year that's being offered too. So don't get too discouraged with any of that. So I installed something else. Sorry, some driver update thing just popped up on my computer. It's just your season, Christy, so don't fret. Sometimes our seasons just don't happen. Any other questions, guys? Well, I'm going to get off here because I need to get some sleep. And I am going to, for those of you who are not local, we're having our Better Together meeting tomorrow night in my basement here. And I am going to try and go live on Facebook on our Sparkling Stars group. If you want to attend our Better Together, I don't know how well my phone will work in my basement live. It may have a weak connection, I'm not sure, but I'm going to attempt it and see. So you guys can watch us from the Facebook group if you want to. So, yeah, Christy, I'm super bummed. So that's why I've decided to go live, Christy, is so for those of you who aren't local, or for those of you who weren't able to attend a Better Together meeting, Sarah and my friend Gretchen, who just promoted to director this past fall, and I are going to be doing one together here in my basement, and we're going to attempt to go live and feed it on our Sparkling Stars Lineage page. So you guys can check it out. It's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and of course it's going to be recorded if it's Facebook Live. If there's a weak connection, I don't know what else we'll do unless we try to just record it as a Zoom. So we could always try that too. So Christine, you have had some stuff going on, so do not feel down on yourself. And you are a hard worker, and when you're supposed to earn that trip, you will. So don't fret about it. So, and I'm going to see you tomorrow night. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here. Enjoy your evening. Go work on your customer groups. Remember, don't post at 4 a.m. Doesn't work. And I'll talk to you next week. Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.